How to install Cali Vinyl flooring. Cali Vinyl Pro is designed to be easy to install. It's 100% waterproof, doesn't require any acclimation, and can be floated over any even subfloor without nails or glue. It's pretty simple, but if you do have any specific concerns, more detailed installation instructions can be found on our website. Note that the following instructions are for the Cali Vinyl Pro Classic I4F click-lock system. There are a few pre-installation steps you'll want to check off before getting started. We recommend you order about 5% more than the square footage you want to cover. Make sure the subfloor is flat, dry, level, and clean. Planks can be laid over concrete, wood, ceramic, or existing vinyl, but carpeting should be removed. If testing shows your subfloor has moisture issues, cover it with an appropriate moisture barrier. Also, when installing, always maintain a 1/4-inch expansion gap between walls and any fixed vertical objects like door frames, cabinets, and pipes. You'll need the following tools: a tape measure and pencil, 1/4-inch spacers, a quick or speed square, a utility knife or chop or miter saw, and a rubber mallet. If your door jambs require cutting, you'll also need a multifunction tool with a saw blade attachment. Measure the room at a right angle to the direction of the planks. The final row should be at least 1/3 the width of a plank. This means your first row may have to be ripped lengthwise to a smaller size. Open several boxes, shuffling planks as you go, so you get a good pattern variety. Now you're ready to get started. Start with a cut plank at least 8 inches in length. Place the 1/4-inch spacers against the wall, and starting from the right, when you're facing the wall, position the first board with the exposed lip facing you. Next, select a plank at least 8 inches longer and angle it down slightly so that it lies lengthwise in front of your first piece. Ensure the long side of the plank fits snugly with no gapping. Select an uncut plank and backfill it against the wall just to the left of the first piece. Use the rubber mallet to tap the butt seams or short ends together snugly. Using 1/4-inch spacers to maintain proper expansion space, continue staggering planks for the remainder of the first 2 rows to ensure proper engagement. It is very important that the first 2 rows are straight and true. When you get to the opposite wall, you'll need to trim your plank. Place the 1/4-inch spacer against the wall and measure your cut. Mark the plank, and using a quick square and a utility knife, score the plank and snap. You can also use a miter or chop saw. Measure, cut, and install the last plank of the first 2 rows. For the third and remaining rows, planks no longer need to be staggered and can be laid in a row one right after the other. Continue connecting the long side of the plank first, and then slide the plank into place until the butt end seams are in contact. Then lay the plank flat and gently tap all seams into place. As long as pieces measure at least 8 inches in length, you can use cut pieces from previous rows as starter boards to reduce waste and avoid H-joints and repeating patterns. Note that you might need to undercut your door jambs in 2 places. To do this, place a scrap piece of flooring next to the door frame, and with a multifunction tool, remove just enough material to allow the flooring to pass underneath. Continue installing rows and repeat this process on the other side. Once the doorway is complete, you can use a transition piece, like a T-molding, in the doorway to conceal the flooring transition. If you need to remove a plank, separate the entire row by carefully lifting it up at an angle. Then separate individual planks by laying them flat on the ground and sliding them apart. If this doesn't work, you can lift up the planks slightly when sliding them apart, but be sure not to lift more than 5 degrees. Your final row may need to be ripped lengthwise in order to fit. Once the final piece of flooring has been installed, the last step is to remove all 1/4-inch spacers and cover all exposed expansion gaps by replacing the baseboards or by adding an additional trim piece like a 1/4 round. And that's it! Your new Cali Vinyl floor is complete. For more tips, detailed downloadable installation guides for all Cali flooring can be found at the Cali website. Be sure to watch our Cali Vinyl care and maintenance video next.